chucking around.
Just chucking around. Chucking around. Just chucking around.
And we are back. Welcome back. Welcome back, baby. Back to another show of Just Chucking Around. The 10th episode. We're making history. We're in the double digits, baby. 10th episode of Just Chucking Around. We had a special guest supposed to be on here today, but she pulled out on us. So it's just the boys. So we just gonna chuck around today, man. I gotta start off with this, man. I woke up to a text this morning. I want y'all opinions about this later on in the show. Woke up to a text that said, "Good morning. Have a good day." And I text right back at you. I get a text back saying, right back at you, it was like some bullshit. Like, why would you say that to me? I'd be stupid to think I would be in a relationship with you. Have a nice life and take care. I was like, what the fuck is this? First of all, who said we was in a relationship? That's first. Or was going to even try to be in a relationship. You know what it was. I'm out here airing my shit out like Billy Sorrells. Come on. I need to go on. I need to introduce my guys, man, because that shit that kind of struck me wrong, man. I don't know. Anyway, let's get into the show, man. I got to bring in my boy, man, the producer of the year. I got to give him his props because he got on my ass backstage. Come on here, my nigga. Blame the comic.
What up, my man? What up?
What's the deal?
Oh man, you know, hey man, I'm on the road, but guess what?
Yeah.
I'm chucking around, man. It don't stop. You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly. How was your Mother's Day, dog?
Well, I'm not a mother, but my Mother's Day was fine. It was Mother's Day.
That's why you wanted to talk about that.
Yeah, man. Listen, I was down in Waco. You know what I mean? Doing my thing, man. Fun fact, I don't know if y'all knew this or not, but Mother's Day was Sunday, and Mexico's Mother's Day was the Monday afterwards. So I didn't even know that the Hispanic culture celebrated Mother's Day on a whole nother day. That just shows you how America has tried to put every race behind them again by having the Mexicans celebrate Mother's Day the day after. I don't know. I'm just talking crazy, man.
Nigga, you out of control.
But yeah, anyway, man, it was cool, man. I ain't got no complaints. No complaints at all. Just ready for Father's Day to get up on these socks and drawers and undershirts. You know how it go.
You'll be happy to get anything, goddamn. So anyhow, man, welcome back for another episode. So we got to bring in my co-host of the year. Give it up, Pimp Game Shane.
Hey, y'all, you electric motor scooters and duckbill platypuses, what's happening?
What's the deal, Pimp Game Shane?
Oh, shit, just shaking and faking. You know what it is, man. What's happening?
No, ain't nothing, man.
Checking around?
Just checking around, man. How was your Mother's Day? How did y'all celebrate?
Shit. I was a cold motherfucker, shit, just like every year, you know what I'm saying? I was out there shucking and jiving. It wasn't about me, but I was still doing it just because that's how I activate shit. I was out.
Yeah.
You know what? Let me tell you what's funny though. For me to see, like, because I be going, I'm everywhere, you know what I'm saying? And I see so many mothers in the club on Mother's Day.
No shit, dog.
And I'm like, wow, where the fuck is y'all children at?
Right. I was thinking the same thing, nigga. I was at home. I chilled out with my mama or whatever. And then after that, I came home. Then I get a text from a chick saying, "What you doing?" And I'm like, shit, I'm at home. She was like, well, I'm at the club with my friends. I'm like, where your fucking kids at?
Your friends got kids too. And where they kids at? They all together?
Yeah, man.
At the same babysitter or what?
How they I'm at the club.
It's backwards to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
This new shit is not for me, I guess. I'm too regular for that.
Already. And my nigga, last but not least, bringing up the real batting cleanup. My main man, Cigarillo, Mr. Electric, Martell Music. Welcome in, baby.
Hey, what's good, fellas?
What's happening?
What's good with y'all, man? How was y'all Mother's Day around there, man?
You heard about mine. I was with my mama.
That's what's up. Yeah, I went by and saw my grandmother and my mama, you know what I'm saying? I rarely get out the house, so you know that was a big deal. But when I was leaving my mama house, man, it was a wreck right outside her window, pretty much, man. Damn. Somebody died in a wreck, but shit, I went the other way. I was like, woo, dodged that bullet.
No shit. Yeah, shout out, man.
288. It's a beast.
Yeah.
You don't know what the fuck that motherfucker is.
It's a blessing to still be here. But hey, y'all heard me talking about that shit at the beginning, dog. What the fuck was that?
You airing out your dirty laundry?
Man, I'm out here airing this shit out, nigga, because I need to understand.
Don't do it. Don't do it, Charles G. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. We gonna see this nigga with a red beard in a minute. Don't do it.
Hey, man. We're trying to get these ratings up, nigga. We're trying to get these viewers up, baby. I'm airing it out.
Listen, let me say this. First of all, you know, I would say it's either one or two things, man. First of all, you got to stop telling these women the dick is theirs when you in it.
Yep. You be loving them and giving them $40 too. You lucky you got away. You lucky you got away with have a nice life. You know what I mean? Have a nice day. You know what I mean? It ain't turn into popping up at your job or waiting at your car when you got out the car. But that shit was just weird. That's either a chick that she either got somebody else and was ready to move on, so she found the first opportunity to pitch a fit so she could do what she could do, so she don't have to keep the whole title.
You can tell me. You can tell me.
Hey, you know what I think too?
Go ahead.
I think that some people don't know that they toxic. You know what I'm saying? And even if you tell them, like that's some like kind of offbeat ass shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just to wake up and say and just jump in a whole attitude behind nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Behind nothing, my nigga.
Like what kind of animosity you got within inside yourself that you want to attack everybody else, even if they just make a plain conversation. Like we ain't even talking. We just texting back and forth, and how you text and you went somewhere else with it. Shit, we don't nobody get that. But like, as men, we don't understand that type of shit.
Right.
Like, it's real cut and dry. Hey, what you doing? Cool. Want to come through?
Right.
Cool. Make me some macaroni and cheese. All right. Cool. It's just cut and dry with us. These hoes got to have all kind of emotions and feelings about how everything goes and how everything works, and everything got a feeling behind it. Or, oh, you heard she said something. Look how she looking at me. It's probably like this bitch jealous, and it's always something deeper than what's being said, or you know what I'm saying, or what's being texted. And it's just it's really blowing shit out of proportion, and that kind of makes them in a lot of ways.
Hey, Pimp Gang, let me say this. It's very disrespectful that you keep calling these women hoes, man. These bitches got a name.
You couldn't even say that shit with a straight face.
Yeah, Mother's Day is over, motherfuckers.
So look, I wake up to that shit. First of all, that's the first thing that I did. I sent back the text. I could have not said shit because I don't really be answering texts back like in the morning. I could have just not said shit. But first of all, it's the first thing I'm doing this morning. I see this. Good morning, have a good day. I'm like, all right, right back at you.
Thanks.
What's wrong with that? First off, I'm just waking up and I'm a little bit hungover. So
you know what you didn't say? Good morning, beautiful.
Yeah,
like the other
some sucker ass nigga shit.
She was mad. She's like, I ain't got to put up with this type of shit.
Yeah. I got 17
hello beautifuls in my motherfucker.
Man, please, I don't do that sucker ass shit, man. I wish I would. I don't do niggas be sending them texts like that, man. Good morning, beautiful. May God bless your day and may flowers be planted in front of every step that you take. Man, fuck all that shit. I'm not doing that shit.
Hey, man, you sound like a nigga that don't appreciate the pussy. You sound very unappreciative.
Hey,
I'm not finna.
You sound like a nigga that got them planned out texts. You know a nigga that saved all them texts. All right, make it, baby. You can send them on to multiple people at one time. That's what that nigga sound like. That's old school, that baby. That's straight next tail right there, boy.
You can't, you can't get it mixed up like that.
Hey, that boy said he back on that Motorola. You was on a razor, huh? That boy said that multiple text out to the same text, nigga.
Player from the Southern Himalaya.
No, I just don't be doing sucker ass nigga shit like that. That's all I'm saying, dog.
It is sucker.
But hey, guess how much sleep I'm gonna lose. Just guess how much sleep I'm gonna lose over this shit.
So the real question is, who you moving up? Who you pulling off the bench?
Who your sixth man?
Oh my God!
Who is your James? Who is your James Hart?
Your James Worthy.
Yeah, we gonna. I done had enough of this shit. Y'all
now you want to get hush mouth.
I ain't gonna put these people business out here in the streets like that, man.
he ain't discussing his roster.
No, man, we're not doing all of that. Yeah, we just chucking around. I ain't fuck all that
roster la vista.
Man, they be looking crazy. Gotta set up a whole new stable. Anyway, man, let's get to these topics, man. Welcome back to another episode of Just Chucking Around. So here we go. First topic, man. Earlier this week, it was a tiger in the West Houston area running around the neighborhood, just like chilling and shit in somebody's front yard. And the shit was like, this shit done made nationwide news. Carol Baskin is involved right now. She put up $5,000 to find the reward to find the tiger because they can't find the tiger right now.
They can't find her husband neither.
Yeah, exactly. She trying to get another eater. Yeah, she trying to get another tiger to eat another person up or some shit like that. So she put up some money, and then the dude that actually got the tiger and took him inside his house is out on bail or bond for murder. He had a murder case back in 2017, and he out on bond now and got a tiger, I think a monkey and a bear or some shit at his house.
Plot twist.
Yeah, it's a bunch of shit going on. So, Pimp Game Shane.
Hey, let me tell you this. I find it funny. Now, I wouldn't want to run into no tiger running down West Buquay or no shit like that. Like, nigga, imagine you coming outside to that boy sitting out there licking his lips and shit.
Man,
hey,
they can have the whole neighborhood.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, I'd have smoked that boy. I'd have smoked him on sight. Like, man, it's a whole tiger out here. Like, man, you can't bring me up on charges. I don't know what to do. This ain't the wildlife. Like, nigga, this ain't the what the fuck? This ain't the safari.
And it was a cop out there that had the gun on him. He was undercover or something, or he was in plain clothes or some shit. And he had the gun on him.
Anybody could have shot him. But I know if that boy was on my motherfucking porch. Yeah,
you supposed to put a chain on him and walk him around the hood, man. So you niggas ain't on my level, man. Y'all not on my level.
We used to.
You see what I got with my PPP, nigga?
This nigga done went got a tiger.
With his PPP.
Now he got a liger. That boy said, fuck all that. He said, fuck a tiger. He special. That nigga said he going to pass that. He said, I'm gonna get me a liger, nigga. Give me a liger and a fucking Komodo dragon, fool.
Blame, what you thought about that shit when you first saw that shit, dog?
Man, first of all, it caught me off guard. You know, this ain't the first time somebody done had an exotic cat in the neighborhood, man. Now, how they getting them down here and where they getting them from? If it's a black market for big cat somewhere, man, it just lets me know that, man, black people, we all the way out the loop, man, because all we know is about guns and food and maybe the stock market, but I want to know where to get a wild monkey at or something like that. How you? That's a whole nother level of in the streets when you know how to get a wild animal. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole nother. Not even in the streets. You in the jungle, baby. You know how in tune you got to be with the underground to get a tiger, a hyena, a damn lion, man, a monkey.
I wonder did Amazon drop that boy off?
I think the best thing a nigga can get is like a peacock or something.
Hey, no, the nigga from Amazon, if the nigga from Amazon pull up and see that tiger and go back to work and say, man, I ain't deliver that shit. It was a tiger in the front yard. Man, get your ass back. Hey, they ain't gonna believe that shit. It ain't enough that we got pit bulls and cats and shit running around. These niggas done got hood with the shit and let the tiger loose. How the fuck the tiger get loose, my nigga?
Oh, a tiger gonna get loose. If he want to get out, he gets somewhere. You can't hold that nigga in. You see how big that boy was? He was just a little baby, but he was just like ferocious, like nigga. Come on, man. Man, you seen how big that guy was? He was.
That
nigga stood. One time, listen, I was at Keisha's house. I had just parked my truck in her yard, comedian Keisha Hunt. Just parked my truck in her yard. I got out my driver's side door, walked around the back of my truck to the passenger side, and when I got around the truck, nigga, it was a chow chow. Man, a black chow chow. That bitch was so hairy and fluffy, scared the shit out of me, man. I jumped on the back of my truck bed. And nigga, you should have seen me jump. You hear me? I jumped like I had hit the what's that little boy in the Olympics, the pole ball with a nigga. I ain't lying, man.
Was that hoe about to attack? Was it about to attack, or you was just standing there?
Listen,
I just scary like that.
I don't think it was about to attack me. I just didn't see it when I walked up on it, and I ain't know what it was about to do. I just know I jumped. I wasn't for to give it time to do shit to me.
This shit happened to my partner, right? This nigga getting in his car. Well, he got out his car just like you did. Got out, left the door open, went around, came back and got back in. And it was a cat in the motherfucking car. Had done got in the motherfucking car. And that nigga scared of cats. That bitch said, well, that nigga got up out that bitch. That nigga damn near tore the door off that bitch.
Hey, could you imagine if that nigga was on the freeway and didn't know that cat was in his car?
Oh my God.
And came out. Man, I actually saw a car one time on the freeway, bro. I don't know what was in these people's car. That bitch was in the second to the slowest lane. Man, all I saw the car do like this, just boom, ran into the sidewall. Just, I'm gonna tell you another thing. I'm gonna tell you another thing that down there made me outraged. I was working at Jiffy Lube back in the Gap. Man, I said I was on my way to work. I was on my way to work, driving in my truck, right? I said, damn, something ain't right in my shoe. Man, reach down in my shoe, bro. I reached down in that bitch. See this big ass cockroach ran up my arm. Nigga, I damn near died in that hole, man. My flesh was crawling, man.
Oh my God. That's too goddamn funny, dog. Nigga. Come on in here, Rillo. We gotta get my boy in here, dog. He just sitting over here on the sideline, dog. Come on here, talk some shit to me.
Hey, that woman you saw, Blaine, probably had that damn tiger in her shit and didn't know it. I would have drove off the freeway if I seen a tiger in my shit. I tell you that shit.
Right.
You can't have no tiger in the city limits. But I guess, hey, if you got a tiger, my only thing is, why was that boy grass so overgrown? You got money for a tiger, but your ass ain't got money for a damn landscaper.
He trying to keep the environment right
at home.
Yeah. You're right. He trying to keep that habitat like more like what it need. Yeah.
It gotta be jungle-ish.
That boy had some big pussy at his house.
This nigga Man, nigga. Speaking of, I got a roach story for your ass, nigga. I got a roach story for your ass. Look, this when I was little, and I'm steady airing shit out. I'm in one of my aunt's house.
Come on, man, you can tell the truth. You ain't gotta be little when you tell the story.
No.
All right, yesterday. Just yesterday.
I seen that video you did where you killed that roach and you say you a murderer.
Nigga, I'm killing niggas. Yeah. But look, I was a little boy, dog, and I was at my aunt's house. They got roaches, right? So I used to love to go over there, but even though they had roaches, I used to love to go over there anyway. So long story short.
He say anyway.
You used to eat Raisin Bran.
You better shake them holes up out of that bitch, nigga. Yeah. Well, listen, nigga, I had been over there for about a week or so, right? And then, you know, if you got roaches, you got to shake your clothes out before you go anywhere, because them hoes be living in your shit, right? So I go outside, we sitting outside, me and my little homeboys, we sitting there chilling. Nigga, I feel something in my shoe just like Blaine. But that bitch come up out of that hole. That hoe walked up my leg. Them niggas like, nigga, you got roaches. Nigga, I was man, that shit was so goddamn embarrassed. A roach climbed up out my shoe in front of my partners, man. That shit there was crazy as fuck.
That's because you was wearing them pro wings.
You know what that roach said?
It's funky in here.
What about me? So that's what we doing? That's what we doing. You can't tell nobody, you know what, have a nice life. That's why I popped out and told all my friends that I was here too.
She put that roach in your shoe from way back.
Yeah, nigga, take care of yourself.
Yeah, take care of yourself, nigga.
Oh my God. So while we on this subject, dog, just last night, it was a murder suicide right here in Houston. It was a principal. The wife was a principal, and the husband was a vice principal. He killed her and then killed himself. My opinion on this murder suicide shit, nigga, if you know you're gonna kill yourself, just kill you, nigga. I'm not ready to go on to see the Lord right now, nigga. Kill yourself. You ain't got to involve me in this shit. Make it a suicide murder, nigga. If you shoot yourself first and you live, then you can shoot me. How about that shit? Let's
got a murder suicide, a suicide murder.
Yeah, let's do that shit.
If you live, you can shoot me.
Yeah. What's your thing on that, dog?
Hey, man, look here. That shit is just crazy to me. I really don't want to shoot nobody. I don't want nobody to shoot me. But like, if I got to do that shit, I want to do like a drive-by or something. I don't want to be. I don't want to be shooting a nigga and be like, oh, what I'm gonna do now? And shoot myself. I don't want to shoot myself. My shit is player. I be.
Said my shit player.
Ain't going here. I don't think I could ever. But like, nigga, the other people that do it, man. Shit. You just a couple hours ago. It was a whole video. A dude in South Lawn, man, he shot this dude right in the chest and robbed him right on camera in front of little children and everything, man. This shit was in broad daylight. Like, man, it just happened like a couple hours and that shit went viral already. Like, that the way people getting shot is at an enormous rate. Like, people are dropping like flies. Or, you know what it is? It's like people are not scared to shoot, but it's just at the wrong people. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Because the
right. I get it.
To my understanding, what happened was the dude that actually got shot was trying to break up a fight between some women. You know what I'm saying? Right. And yeah, he might have got rough and pushed some people, but it was like a bunch of girls on one girl. You know what I'm saying? And I think the chick was his girlfriend he was defending. So he just did what niggas gonna do. And they had it on tape where the girl came back and confronted him in front of his house. And she was like, "That's him right there. He pushed me, and some dude just walked up out of nowhere and shot the nigga and went in his pockets, and it's all on camera."
That's crazy how this shit is going on like that, dog. Because
Crazy.
people just dropping like fucking flies, like you say. That's crazy how that one story that I just said about the murder suicide led us to that. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers is steady dying, and this shit is happening every day in this COVID shit, dog. And it's driving folk crazy. And like you said earlier, the motherfuckers learn how to fight.
Yeah,
please.
Like, shit, get you some boxing classes or something, like, nigga.
You know, one thing about it, man, you got to keep your head on the swivel at all times, man. As sophisticated a society and civilized of a society that we are, man, it's very brutal out here in these streets, man. And it's somebody out there that's willing to just put their life on the line to prove a point. You know what I mean? And you got some guys out here, man, that, you know, one thing that I don't like, man, is that, you know, that jail culture, us as the black community, man, when guys get locked up young and stuff like that, or they spend a predominantly amount of time, guys come back home and all they talk about is, man, when I was in prison, this, that, they almost wear it like a badge of honor, man. And we need to change the culture and the climate of bragging about something like that that's really not live. You know what I mean? That ain't nothing to be proud about. Or every time you have a conversation, it got to start off with when I was in the pen. You know what I mean? Then you go into it don't have nothing to do, but you know, that's just where we are, man. It's sickening. Ain't nothing live about jail, and any cat in there tell you, man, this ain't where you want to be. But for some reason,
everybody want to get out. It's not nobody in the penitentiary that don't want to be on the outside. It's some people that can't adjust to the outside world, so they go back and forth. But once they go in there, they don't want to be in there. It's like, shit. I know a guy who was raised. I mean, he would go away for a while. He'd come back, go away, come back again, go away, and it was just like he couldn't adjust to. Cause like this man, when he went in, wasn't a cell phone. Everybody was on beepers. He come outside. You know what I'm saying? And now everybody got cell phones taking pictures, and he like, what the fuck is going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, shit ain't the same. So he'll go back in, and then he'll get adjusted in there, and then come back out here, and he's still adjusted to the inside of that. So he don't know what the fuck is going on out here.
Institutionalized, you know what I'm saying?
But really, it's just he don't fit in nowhere. What can he do?
And here's the thing too. They just had a story on the news too, where this man, he got locked up when he was 15 years old, man. This man spent 60 years in prison for something that he did when he was 15 years old. Black
and that's that bullshit. That's that bullshit. And that's another side of it. You know, they treat us they treat us differently when it comes to sentencing. When it comes to any type of sentencing. I was watching what do y'all call it? American Gangster, the female version, the Queen Pins.
Oh yeah, the Queen Pins.
Yeah, and that I watched it the other night, but the chick that she was like a tax fraud queen or whatever, and she did a bunch of tax fraud. Yeah,
the chick from Atlanta.
She did a bunch of tax fraud, and they gave that woman 21 years. Well, it was a white man did pretty much the same thing. Well, actually, his shit was worse. They gave that nigga 7.5.
Yeah, and he did. 3.
You know what I'm saying?
He did.
Yeah, he did 3, but yeah, that's all he got was fucking 7.5 goddamn years. They just policing us different. So, and it's another side to this. I don't want Rillo to speak on this part. The other side to it is the collateral damage. All the kids and shit that's being fucked up behind this shit, behind all this murder, suicide shit, behind motherfuckers just running up to your doorstep, shooting motherfuckers, people going to prison, all that shit. You got kids that's left behind. Rillo, give me your opinion on that.
Yeah, man, the children, man, that's the ones that's really ultimately hurt by it most than anybody. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I know what happened with the murder-suicide happened in the Houston metropolitan area, I think League City. But think about it, man. All those kids who went to both of those different schools that them 2 people worked at, man, they all gonna have a little bit of like what is it, PTSD, even though they wasn't there when it happened. Some of them people knew them, so now they know that they done died or got killed. So now these kids gonna have to go through all of this, and they gonna think about it all the time, man. For real, that's really messed up. So, like, if anybody out there is depressed or something, just don't let it get to that point, man. You gotta talk to somebody, seek some professional help, talk to somebody who will listen. Just don't let it get to that point. If you want to kill yourself or somebody else, you got a problem. You just need to recognize it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Everybody get depressed, but you ain't got to let it get to that point. You know, go seek some help and keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Don't be fake about it.
Y'all ever thought about how, like, just like you say, like schools now are different because they have to worry about different stuff like school shootings and shit like that. Like we never had to worry about that, so we didn't know how to prepare our kids for that. You know what I'm saying? So now they coming into it, they got to go through trainings and classes of what to do in a school shooting, or you know what I'm saying? Like they have a lot more trauma because just like today, the guy shooting the guy in front of it was children out there. Like they have to see this. Like they saw this man get shot. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying this is like 12 little kids under the age of 7 and 8, and you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, so what do? They live there. You know what I'm saying? And
that's crazy.
South Lawn is like it's the Wild Wild West over there for real. You know what I'm saying? Like it's shootings up all the time, but it's like all these kids grow up seeing that, so they become that. You know what I'm saying? They become the shooter.
Right.
And that's why we have so many young kids going to prison at 15 and 16 years old and doing life and doing, you know what I'm saying, doing so many years because they are. Everything has traumatized it, and it's we were traumatized before us. The people before us were traumatized. You see what I'm saying? It's like a cycle that never stops. It's like it started as slavery. When they built that system, it just trickled all the way down, and these are the results that we're getting. But instead of being angry at everybody else, or instead of being angry at the people that put this trauma on us, we turn it on ourselves because we live amongst each other all day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We have to see each other. We have to live with each other. And when you're frustrated and you have no outlet, what do?
Right.
Yeah, the smallest thing could just set you off.
You can be set off at any time. Those kids are walking around like wide up. Because just think about the grown men. Grown men over there, shit, they over there like really tripping. So yeah, you got the kids out there tripping even more because they can't even like walk around there without a stray bullet flying somewhere at any time of the day.
Right.
So it's like it's like they walking around in a war zone, and a lot of these kids are like, man, when I say strapped, I mean like these niggas are walking around here like soldiers. You wouldn't even know it. But a nigga, a little 13 or 14-year-old will walk up to you with a motherfucking gun long as his arm with a clip even longer. That bitch off, and that bitch and don't matter who he shoots, as long as he shoots somebody, because then he feels like he gets stripes. Even if he go to jail, he gonna do this time. He may get about 10, 15 years and come home. He got a rep. He street nigga, this. You got phones in there. You can still get a reputation in jail.
Right.
See, they making it popular to be in jail, making TikTok videos and shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
right. And that leads us to the next. That's gonna lead us to the next topic, because what we got in Georgia, what's going on now? They got they just passed the law saying you got the right to defend yourself against an unlawful arrest in Georgia. So niggas don't get that shit twisted and think that shit everywhere, and be done got shot. So, but this is something that they passed in Georgia, and I want to get your opinion on that. Blame. Do you think it's a good thing, or is it a setup, or what do you think about it?
Well, you know, we've always had the right to defend ourselves, but I think where the problem lies is most citizens, including myself, you know, you don't know your rights your rights to defend yourself in accordance to the law. You see what I'm saying? It's easy for somebody to just come up on me and say, "No, stop. I got the right to defend myself. No, I ain't do that. I told you I ain't do that. Don't handle me like that." And now, you know, the court system is your word against his word when it comes to self-defense. And 9 times out of 10, the court is going to take the word of the officer and the law, and the jury is going to see that, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Depending on if it's a jury of your actual so-called peers, which I never understood how white people is a jury of my peers. I don't know these people. You know what I mean? These people aren't in my neighborhood, but you know, this is who they pick. So I think it's a slippery slope. I believe it's going to cause, you know, more casualties. I still think it should recycle back to, you know, police reform. It should recycle back to police being licensed and bonded, police having their pensions on the line if they mistreat people. And then you won't need laws like this because the officer has, you know, something held against his head if he know that he don't act according with the law. You understand what I'm saying? And
I get it.
I think if you put it back on them, we don't have to revisit them. You don't have to worry about the citizens acting right. You know that, hey, I'm subject to lose everything if I don't handle this properly. You see what I'm saying? And then you move forward going with best intentions so that you don't get crossed up.
Right. Rillo.
Yo.
Talk to me about it. What you feel about that right to defend yourself against the officer?
Yeah, but exactly. It's like what Blaine said. I mean, slippery slope, because who's gonna decide it, you know, if you had the right to defend yourself? They could just say, oh well, he was trying to do this or trying to do that. And then, you know, who's gonna decide if it's an unlawful arrest? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Because it depends who's looking at it. If it's a judge and they don't want to, you know, be fair, that it's not going to be any justice in those cases. So I don't want to really see nobody get messed over, but I have a feeling that it's going to be a few injustices that occur because of that.
Right.
I believe all that.
Tim James saying.
I think it's a setup because you know what their whole goal is to fill prison, right? They got officers who wear body cams but never cut them on and shit. You know what I'm saying? So just like they say, it's your word against theirs. It's just it's like they know in Georgia, a lot of people will fight with the police out there.
Yeah, I mean, that's where all the black people at.
That's where the black people at. But and that's another point I was trying to get to is that shit. Most of the police in Georgia, I mean, outside of the other state, I mean, outside the other little regions out there, shit, most of them are black. You know what I'm saying? So they telling you can fight a black dude back. You know what I'm saying? But they like shit. It's not being passed in Texas. It's not. You know what I'm saying? Because like this. They know in Texas everybody got guns and shit. So you tell somebody that they got the right to defend themselves, guess what they gonna do? Start shooting at the police.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's gonna make it's just gonna bring a lot of tension. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna bring a whole lot of people riding with a bunch of people with guns. You know what I'm saying? Just
and like you bring up. Yeah, just like you just brought up Texas, they just passed a lot. I don't know if they passed it or not, but they saying that you could pack a gun without a license.
All they need is a governor's signature, and then it'll be law.
Well, let me add this one thing to it. I would like to add this one thing to it. It says you have the right to defend yourself against an unlawful arrest. I would say to all the people in Georgia who are, you know, inclined to take part in this law. Hey man, if you're gonna do that, have some self-defense classes so when you do get on the officer's ass, you know what I mean? You on the even keel because them people are trained, man. You know, you just put the wrestle with him, and then they
tase your ass.
You know, not even tase you, just subdue you and use your own body momentum, and you're not properly trained. You already at a disadvantage from not just the pistol, but his training. You know what I mean?
Right.
You're not even trained in physical combat, but you're ready to argue with the law. So you need to get you some training, so you can even have an equal kill, equal scale to where you can even defend yourself, man. Because you really fighting an uphill battle when you partake in that, man.
Yeah, that's like fighting an MMA nigga or some shit, and you ain't ready for no shit like that. Nigga fuck around and get tossed up. Nigga.
Hey,
put your ass
I want to say this too. Did y'all know that in the state of Texas, you could carry a pistol without no papers? Like that's not nothing new here. You know what I'm saying?
You couldn't have a clip with it though, huh?
That's a lie. All that's lies. All that's lies. Nigga, you can have a gun with a pistol loaded and cocked in your car. In your car, nigga, as long as that bitch is not stolen. Like if it's in your name or not. If it's as long as it does not register stolen, you can have that bitch in your car. Loaded, unloaded, don't matter how. That I've been stopped. I have been stopped over 6 times. Over 6 times, right? I ride with my shit like shit.
Me too. Yeah, me too.
You know what they did to me? They ran that motherfucker. It came back good. They unloaded that bitch, took the bullet out, put that bitch back in the trunk, and they said, and I asked him, I said, hey, so what's the procedure? I said, do I have to ride with it in my trunk? He was like, no, you can put it right back how you had it. He was like, shit, you could load it back up and do whatever. He was like, that was just for my safety. And then he told me, have a nice day, no tickets, no none of that shit. And
that's crazy.
He's a Tupac of traffic stops.
Yeah,
no shit.
R.I.P. Pac.
Because I know a nigga that got stopped with a gun, and he got a charge called unlawful carry. Now I don't know, y'all. I'm pretty sure y'all done heard of it. Unlawful carry.
I caught one of them too. Unlawful carry is that you cannot have a weapon like you if you're a felon. If you're a felon, that's an unlawful carry right off the muscle.
But look, the nigga gun didn't even have no trigger on it. The nigga just had a gun.
Hey,
the gun didn't have no trigger. And the nigga caught a case for a gun without a trigger, my nigga.
Hey, my homeboy.
You can't
why did he have it is the question. If you got a gun without a trigger, why do you have it?
Hey,
nigga, if you got a gun without a trigger, you got a stick.
Yes.
What the fuck you
got? You got an unfinished gun.
Hey, my nigga got jammed up. This nigga, he was a felon. Well, he was a 2-time felon. This nigga got jammed for having bullets in his car. Not even a whole gun. This nigga just had the bullet. And they was in the back seat, like tucked away, and like it wasn't even like he was gonna use that hoe for no gun. Like he had
was they they were just loose bullets, they wasn't in no clip.
Loose bullet.
They thought he was gonna make a 3D gun. They said, "Oh, you ain't making no 3D gun to use."
Hey, it was only 3 bullets. It wasn't like he had it wasn't nothing going on. It was just like them hoes was just like tucked up under his seat or something. Or they had failed, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and this nigga
I guess you can't have no ammunition or no explosive devices when you're a felon.
Nothing. When you're a felon, you can't have nothing, guy.
Shit, what you gonna do? Throw them hoes at a nigga?
Shit, you better learn.
You gonna hit the back part with a little stick, just.
That's fucking crazy. Yeah. So anyhow, man, let's move on to the next subject because I know my boy Blaine got to do a show tonight, so we're gonna keep it rocking. Let's go to the COVID. The COVID things are getting raised. They lifted the restrictions. They starting to get lifted if you've been vaccinated. You don't have. Joe Biden said today that you don't have to wear a mask in certain places or whatever, and we're getting closer to the end of it, and we're starting to see a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel. And I'm glad about this shit because I'm sick of this. I done just started working out trying to get ready to get out of COVID because I can't present myself back to the world in this kind of shape, nigga. My stomach come through the door first, but. I'm just telling you, I want to talk about this, everything getting lifted and things lightening up and send a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel. Blame the comment.
Well, listen, man, I think everybody ready to get back to normal. You know, like I think somebody said earlier, man, you really don't know who, you know, with things lightening up, you don't know who been vaccinated and who haven't been vaccinated. I mean, are we supposed to walk around without vaccination cards if somebody questioned us and you got to show identification that you've been vaccinated in order not to wear your mask? And then that go a whole nother fight. I ain't got to show you shit. You know what I mean? You know, all that old kind of stuff. So, you know,
well, actually, you don't have to have a card. You don't have to have a card. It's an app that, you know, that they send you to. It's a website for the CDC, and you register with that shit. And that's the way. Yeah.
Well,
so go ahead.
Well, personally, man, you know, I'm a fan of. I'm torn for the mask, man. You know, I think it helps some people. You got a lot of people who have underlying conditions. Me, you got a, you know, strong as a young, healthy ox, man. You know, you know what I mean?
A young healthy ox.
Young healthy ox, man. You know, pulling the plow to plow the farm. You know, but you know, it take my breath away, to be honest with you, man. I can't stop fidgeting with it. And honestly, I think the mask makes me touch my face more than I normally would, just because it's irritating to me, you know? So, yeah. You know what I mean? You know, I try to wear it sometime, and sometime I don't. I'm not the best. I'll keep it on my face, and if somebody asks me to pull it up, I'll pull it up. You know what I mean? Just to be respectful, because hell, I've been tired for the last week and a half, and like I said, I don't know if I got COVID or not, but the world will never know. You know what I mean? If they ask me, have I been vaccinated, I'll just tell them about the commercial. I got the monochrome antibodies.
That commercial stupid as hell, nigga. Tell them you got monochrome antibodies.
What is that? You don't know what that is? Google it then.
Tell them you got monoclonal antibodies.
Yeah, they gonna look at me. They gonna look at me and say, "Man, I got the monochrome antibodies." They gonna say, "What?"
Man, you know that old.
You don't know nothing.
You know that old lady didn't know what the fuck that shit was. That old lady didn't know what the fuck that shit was. She was like, "Huh? The monoclonal antibodies."
Yeah.
Huh? I don't know what that is. You can't tell no old person to do no shit like that and expect them to be successful. That shit is not gonna fucking work, nigga. Nigga, I know I couldn't tell my mama no shit like that. She'd be like, you need to come over here and do it for me, goddamn. Ain't no way.
I've been waiting to use that, man. I ain't lying. If they ask me where my mask at or what, I say, listen, man, I got the monochrome antibodies. You don't know what it is? Google it, man. I don't know what to tell you. The procedure, man, if you don't get vaccinated to protect you from catching or having any symptoms from coronavirus. Google it, man. I got the monochrome antibodies, man. Listen, and I can't show you my doctor records. That shit confidential.
Yeah, that's a HIPAA law. You gonna violate a HIPAA law if I show you that shit.
Yeah, if you ask for my name, if I show you if you force me to show you my hospital records, that's a violation of my personal rights, man.
Yeah.
I'm lying like a motherfucker.
Ain't got nailed monoclonal antibody, goddamn.
Hey man, I'm like these transgender people, man. I can be whoever the fuck I want to be.
Oh shit. Pep game saying, man. Talk to me about this shit. Everything lightening up. I know you don't even give a fuck. You be out anyway, nigga. So I don't know.
And you know what too? Like, nigga, for the amount of people I see, I wear my mask just to get in certain places, but I take this shit off too, because I start feeling worse when I got that mask on. You know what I'm saying? If I'm sitting there just breathing that bitch in myself for about 15, 20 minutes, man, I'm like, nigga, I fucking around and pass out on your boys.
Well, what's crazy though? What's crazy the places?
I didn't think in Houston, shit, this motherfucker shit been open up the whole while. Like,
that's what I was just about to say.
Yeah, like we ain't even know that y'all was still over there doing that shit. Like, really, on the cool. That's why a lot of people thought COVID was a hoax. Cause like, nigga, I've been seeing some of the same people going some of the same fucking places, and ain't none of them dropped dead. Ain't none of them had no signs of coughing and looking crazy and doing.
I know it ain't no hoax. It ain't no hoax. I know it ain't no hoax. My mama had that shit.
I'm not saying that the shit is a hoax, but I'm saying, like, maybe they dropping that shit in certain places, or they, you know what I'm saying? You never know what it could be. It could be in the fucking water. It could be in any fucking thing. They could have been just like this whole pushing the vaccine on people. They tell you, oh, it's open up here if you got this or if you got that or if you like, nigga. Remember at one time they was like, oh, you gotta take this shot to fly, or you gotta do this to fly, or you gotta to go out the country, you gotta sit up. You feel what I'm saying? It's like shit. Yeah. All this shit is trying to push something on us, and I'm not saying like it's. I wasn't saying it's fake because a lot of people are dropping dead from that shit.
Yeah. And it's even worse than over there in India now.
What I'm saying, I'm not saying it's fake. I'm saying it's planted. You feel what I'm saying? I'm saying it's organized. Yeah. It's organized, and it's organized to lead us into something else. Now, what they leading us to is a whole vaccine that we don't even know what the fuck is in. You know what I'm saying? We don't know the ingredients to none of this shit, and it's never been tried. So it's like shit.
It's a lot of shit. It's a lot of shit that we don't know what's in it.
Hey, but fuck all that.
We don't know what's in nothing.
Listen, and we don't know what's in nothing, but we can look at, like, you can pull up an ingredient, you can see where the trial and error period is. This don't have no trial and error period, nigga. The people that live and the people that die, shit, that's all you got, nigga. And these people, how long they watching the same people? Like, look, if one motherfucker say he done took both shots, right? Yep. He took the first shot, he went viral saying, hey, I'm feeling good, feeling fine. Took the second shot, oh, I'm all right. Then shit, after that, we ain't heard too much from him. Like, what's the follow-up? You know what I'm saying? Because these are the trial people. Y'all are the guinea pigs. What the fuck?
Nigga, I took it. And we keep coming. This our 10th week, nigga. I done took the fucking shot. I'm fine.
Every week,
my nigga.
Every week, I pray that you come back.
Me too. That's what I'm saying. Hey, listen.
I'm fucking fine, my nigga. Ain't no shit growing off of me or nothing.
Hey, we can't.
You still got both your balls?
I got both balls.
We can't check around without you.
And that's why.
If you had one ball, I don't think you would tell us no way.
He gonna tell you.
I got both.
If his ball popped out, he ain't gonna tell you. Hey, I feel what you're saying, though, Chuck. I just don't trust the government or other people, so I'm gonna keep wearing my mask. I ain't got the vaccine. I'm gonna keep wearing my mask, and then another thing is, I think that all ugly people should have to continue wearing the mask, because if an ugly person take their mask off and then they look like this, you're gonna be like, okay, you put that shit back on.
Man, how are you doing all this shit?
Say, man, this nigga is a fucking genius, man.
It's like, come on, man. Hey, I took off my mask. Give me your number. Ladies, if you see the dude come off his mask and he say he look like this, and he say, hey, can I get your number? You gonna say hell no. So, hey, keep your mask on, ugly people.
You look like you got your teeth done that they fucked up. My bro walking around here with whole horse grills in their mouth.
Yeah, keep your mask on, my ugly people.
Hey, they don't make teeth in medium. They just make them in small.
They make them holes in big. That's all them holes.
Yeah. They got Tic Tacs and chickens.
Hey, Pimp Game, I've been admiring your ring, man. What kind of ring you got on?
All-star ring.
That nigga got on a
Pimp of the Year 2 times in a row.
That nigga got on two.
Hey, this one right here.
That nigga got on.
He got the love and hate, like on Do the Right Thing.
He got two flag football Super Bowl rings.
Yeah, no. These the player ball rings. These the player ball. You know, back in the trap, this for 2003, 2004, and this one is for 2006 and 2007. Get a damn that boy. Get a damn that boy.
Exemplary.
That nigga say get a gander. Get a gander at that goddamn.
Hey Chuck, before Chuck got the vaccine, he was good, but as soon as he got that vaccine, he looked like this.
Nigga, I've been looking like that since I was 36. That's 10 years ago, my nigga.
So let me say this though, Charles. I know you work in the pharmacy and shit like that, but as three young men, I know you're a little bit closer to medicine and pills and the pharmacy, but it don't give you no kind of inclination that maybe, you know, I might have shouldn't get it, that the guys that you closest to here on your chucking around cast said nay against the vaccine and you was the only one for it. It don't just put a second guess in your thought or in your mind.
Not at all. Not at all. Don't put no second.
Niggas.
Hey, because I serve people medicine every day. You know what I'm saying? And they don't know what's in them bags that I get in. You know what I'm saying? But they got to keep coming back. They still alive when they come back. You know what I'm saying? So I believe in science and medicine.
That's what's up.
I believe in science and medicine too, but my biggest thing is, man, if something happened to me, bro, I ain't got no type of recourse or can point the finger at nobody. I'm just out here on my own. You understand what I'm saying? And I can't take nothing from nobody that, you know what I mean? I can't just take nothing from nobody that, you know what I mean, they not responsible for. You know what I mean? You gonna sell me something, and even if you don't sell it to me, if you give it to me for free and it fuck me off, then I look like the dummy.
You look like the asshole.
I just don't like needles. I don't like needles. Ever since I saw Earl the Goat, Manigoat, the movie, I haven't liked needles ever since. I saw Earl the Manigoat, man. Yeah. Hey, fuck them needles, man. Yeah, go get that shit to a heroin addict.
Yeah, I don't like needles either. I'm afraid of them motherfuckers myself.
I'm thinking all the technology they got, you serve people medicine, you should know. Hey, man, they can't put that shit in a pill, bro.
But let me say this too. Let me
I'm not taking no pill.
Hey, let me just say one thing though. Like these medicines, these pills and shit that they make them not to cure you from anything. They just make you to ease the pain a little bit, to keep you coming back a little bit more and more. Like you serve pills and medicine and shit, so you know this is what they do. When people fill prescriptions and they run out, they fill them again. You feel what I'm saying? None of this shit is ever healing nobody. Like, because if just like that, all the Indians will tell you natural medicines, you know what I'm saying? Like shit that's like herbs and all this type of shit, man, that shit is real.
I know it's real.
And like shit,
eating right too.
But think like this too. This is the one of the points I was trying to get to. Like even when they tell you eating right? If the same people are fucking with our food that make our medicine, you feel what I'm saying? Understand what they doing to us. They making our shit for us to come back. So even when you thinking you eating healthy or some shit, you eating a pesticide that might give you cancer in the next 5 or 6 years, you know what I'm saying? It's like the food is poison. But what I'm saying is like shit, like when like people growing natural herbs and all this type of shit, like that's where you supposed to get your medicine from, because that shit actually heals you, or it fights off whatever's in your body. You know, it fights off the toxins that hold you back, like that builds the mucus and all this type of shit. But they don't advertise none of this shit in medicine. Like a doctor wouldn't tell you, hey, go get you some of these herbs and
now, too many people gonna lose money if they do that.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. The thing is that they preying on us. They preying on us because they.
What about that fake meat, like that that Whopper that's not real shit. Meat? Y'all down with getting one of them Whoppers that ain't real meat?
I already ate one. I ate one,
nigga.
Was it good? Did it taste like meat?
That shit.
It tasted it. The first I ate one. I ate it twice. The first one,
it must have been good.
Keep fucking around.
The first one I got,
he had it his way.
The first one I got, look, no. Listen, the first one I got was good.
That motherfucking ass keep living on the edge because you work in the pharmacy. That's what it is. You think you can do anything? You got access to all the medicine and shit. Keep fucking around, man.
What the chuck?
Yo,
what the chuck is this?
Wait, the first time I ate the motherfucker, I split it with my cousin because I didn't want to eat the whole thing. So we tasted it together. So it really tasted like a Whopper. My cousin was like, nigga, this is fucking meat. This ain't no plant
so
or
he
whatever.
He thought it was meat.
He thought it was meat. I thought it was meat. It was juicy and all that shit, just like a regular Whopper. So I went back. I was like, well, fuck. You know, I'm gonna try to, eat another one. This is like a month later or whatever. I'm gonna eat another one or whatever. Got that bitch was so nasty, dog. So that first one, that was a real fucking Whopper. That second one,
okay, they messed it up.
You feel me? Yeah.
Was it a mustard Whopper or a regular Whopper?
No, regular. Nah, hell nah. That's a Texas Whopper, nigga. I want my shit regular.
Boy, you gonna?
I need a regular ass Whopper.
Give me the mustard joint. Yeah. Go on, give us a sponsor there, BK.
Yeah, for real, goddamn. Next topic, man. Let's go on into this this gas crisis. These people done hacked the what do you call that shit? The Roman well or some shit like that. They done hacked the pipeline and shut the pipeline down from here to New Jersey or wherever it go up on the East Coast. And people just out here tripping, scrambling, trying to get gas. Motherfuckers telling them, go fill your cars up. You got people, nigga, I seen niggas at the gas station putting gas in Tupperware, nigga. In actual fucking Tupperware. I seen motherfuckers putting gas in trash cans. Nigga,
in Houston?
No, no, it was online. You know what I mean? So it's like up on the East Coast. That shit going. I seen the pictures of the shit. So these niggas is putting gas. Nigga, what if you get into a wreck on the way home? You just fuck, nigga. You just gonna burn the fuck up.
Hey, did y'all see the video? Did you see the video of the two black dudes that pulled up into the gas station? They pulled up in the Tesla, and the man at the gas pump said, "Oh man, ain't no gas." They laughed. Boy, we electric. You know, fuck, we electric, baby. We running on juice out here, baby.
Nigga on straight electricity.
Yeah.
These niggas out here, they out here just trying to buy up all the gas. You see these people just like they did the fucking toilet paper. They doing the gas up there on the East Coast. But they saying they got the shit back online, man. I don't know if y'all saw that shit or not. Pump Game Shane, did you see that shit?
I did. Actually, I did check it out. And I don't know why so many people were antsy down here, because I did see a lot of people going to gas stations and shit, but the gas is still the same price it's been the last few weeks. So it's like
it went up a little bit.
Yeah, well, maybe a couple of cents here and there.
Yeah, by 5 cents.
Like, nigga, I go to the same gas station and the gas has been the same over there. It's been the same numbers, like, nigga, for the last at least 3 or 4 weeks. Because I go there damn near every day. But
we got somebody watching in Connecticut. My bad. We got somebody watching in Connecticut saying it ain't no gas shortage in Connecticut. And
that's what I'm saying. Like, shit, it's not, they throw a lot of shit at you to scare you, just like the toilet paper shit and the chicken sandwich and all this fucking shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, they drive this shit up to boost. I mean, like, to make everybody run out and go get this shit. Like, nigga,
right?
I never shitted that much to where we had to go buy some toilet paper. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I'm not used to no shit like this. And when it was like happening, and then boys start jacking up the prices of toilet paper, and I'm like, what the fuck? And it was really niggas slanging toilet paper. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Like, but I'm like, where y'all getting this shit from? It's like, nigga, what you gonna do? You just gonna shit through the whole crisis or something? Or what the fuck is happening? Like, nigga, you know,
look,
Sidney Portier.
Like, this nigga is stupid as fuck. But look, nigga, I was one of them niggas. I went and got a bunch of fucking toilet paper, and we still in it. No, nigga, I got like 2 big packs. I got 2 big packs.
Look at you. What you was gonna do?
A hoarder.
You was afraid.
Nigga, I just ran through the first pack. I ain't gotta go back to the store. This shit gonna last me another goddamn year.
Hey, that's all that booty you've been eating.
You gotta
have that toilet paper. You know, you gotta make sure. You gotta make sure he eating it on a clean level. I feel you.
You gotta use
I got plenty motherfucking toilet paper. Goddamn it!
You gotta wipe that booty before he eat them groceries.
Say, nigga, I got baby wipes for that. I keep baby wipes. I keep baby wipes, nigga.
Chucking around has gone completely left.
So you saying you be rubbing wet shit in your ass? You be rubbing wet stuff in your ass on the
nigga, you don't use baby wipes? You don't use baby wipes?
No, man, I'm a man. I stay shitty over here, man.
Oh, you nasty, rotten ass nigga.
Sidney Portier. In the building.
Yeah, listen, baby shitty over there, nigga. You musty boot ass nigga. Every time you sit down, that must rise up on your head. Every time you sit down, nigga, you like, damn, I need to go wash my ass. Nigga, that's why you need some motherfucking baby wipes, my nigga.
What the
That's why you need baby wipes.
Hey, man.
Puss ass nigga. No shit, man. You gotta go, Blaine?
Yeah, I got a dip.
Okay, man. So we're gonna end it right here, man. We'll pick them other topics up next week. It was a good show. Another good show. I told y'all we get better every fucking week. And we got more people watching this week. We got people in Connecticut watching. What's up? Kathy Curvone. Kathy Curvone, what's cracking? Tasha K is watching. Calvin Williams, what's cracking? Tasha Hubbard. It's a lot of motherfuckers. They fucking with us, dog. Our numbers going up every fucking week. We rolling, dog. Yeah. So anyhow, man, I'm gonna let everybody get their final thoughts in, and then we gonna let it go right here. Rillo, come on with it, boy.
Yo. Yeah, man, I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. I know my boy Blaine got to go do the show and do his thing, brother. MartellMusic.net is the site. Yeah, holler at us, and if you need music or video, or if you just want to support me, my PayPal is going across the screen right there. So holler at your boy.
PayPal. What? Say it to me one time.
My PayPal. You see it going up there. They can just send me a little something through that PayPal right there.
Okay.
Just hit me up.
PayPal.me/Ryan Martell if y'all want to give him a blessing.
Already.
You feel me? Already. And then go to the website, MartellMusic.net, right?
Already. You got it, brother.
All right.
Thank you.
That's where all the merch is. All right, no doubt.
Yes, sir.
Pimp Game Shane. Last thoughts, brother.
I want to say shout out to my boy Ant Live. He makes my clothing. He's got Chief Everywhere clothing. That's his label. That's his brand. And you can find him at Anthony Holding My Own Johnson on Facebook, and order sweatshirts and shirts and polos and hoodies and hats and all that type of shit. He looked out for me on a few things. So I want to shout that boy out. And then you can find me on Spotify. I got albums out. I got Until Then, and I got Titus Arthritis. Both of them on Spotify, YouTube. I got a video out, Tell Me, featuring my brother B1, Martell Music.
You chopping up, boy.
I'm on YouTube. Everywhere you can find music at, you can find me. I'm out here. I'm in the streets. I'm everywhere. You never there. So I'll let me, MartellMusic.net, Pimp Game Shane. That's how you can find me on YouTube. You can follow my page, go like and subscribe, do all that type of shit. I'm iTunes, Apple Music. Catch me everywhere over there. Pimp Game Shane / Martell Music, man. Y'all just holler at me and I'm out.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. Blame the comic, man. Plug yourself. Hey, tell them what you're gonna be doing tonight. All that shit, bro.
Man, Phil try to get me a power now, man. Listen, I enjoyed you guys. Hey, you can hit my Cash App if you want a blessing. Sometimes you got to be a blessing to receive a blessing. You know what I mean? And enjoyed y'all, man. Can't wait to do the next episode. See what this crazy world has to bring us. And as always, I'll be your producer behind the scenes, man. And we'll be chucking around, pretty much, man. So I'll holler
chucking around.
Peace. We holler at y'all.
Peace out.
Chucking around. That's chucking around. Chucking around. Just chucking around.
Is this nigga chopping up?